Two lumberjacks went to work. Both got up early and worked hard. They had the same saws. They even had the same lunch. At the end of the day, one lumberjack had cut down far more trees. "How did you do it?" asked the first lumberjack. "We have the same saws. We both worked the same hours. What's your secret?" The second lumberjack smiled. "I sharpened my saw." This simple story illustrates the power of mindset. The second lumberjack understood that success isn't just about effort, it's about working smarter. He invested in himself by sharpening his saw, and it paid off. We all have saws in our lives. Our skills, knowledge, and attitude. Are you taking the time to sharpen yours? Life isn't a finite game with a clear winner and loser. It's an infinite game, with no end in sight. The goal isn't to beat the competition, but to outlast them. This means focusing on building a strong foundation, developing resilience, and constantly learning and adapting. It's about playing the long game. Companies with an infinite mindset prioritize their employees, build strong relationships with customers, and focus on innovation. They understand that true success is a marathon, not a sprint. In the 1980s, a man named Paul Feldman started an experiment. He brought bagels to his office and left them in the break room with a sign that said, "Take a bagel, leave $1." To his surprise, almost everyone paid. Feldman expanded his experiment, eventually delivering bagels to thousands of offices. He discovered a powerful truth: people are generally honest and want to do the right thing. This story teaches us that we shouldn't be afraid to go after what we want. People are more receptive than we think. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. In the Navy SEALs there's a saying, "I've got your six." It means that they're always looking out for each other, no matter what. This sense of trust and camaraderie is essential for their survival in high-pressure situations. We can all learn from this. Building strong relationships and supporting each other is crucial for success in all aspects of life. When we know that someone has our back, we can achieve anything. Section 5. The Power of Listening. A leadership lesson from Mandela. Nelson Mandela, a true icon of leadership, once said, "It is wise to persuade people to do things and make them think it was their own idea." Mandela understood the power of listening and empathy. Great leaders don't just give orders, they listen to their team, understand their perspectives, and empower them to contribute their best ideas. This creates a culture of respect and collaboration. Section 6. The Black Death of Childbed. A testament to continuous learning. In the 19th century, many women died in childbirth from a mysterious illness known as childbed fever. A doctor named Ignaz Semmelweis discovered that the cause was doctors not washing their hands after autopsies. Despite resistance from his peers, Semmelweis implemented hand-washing protocols that drastically reduced mortality rates. His story highlights the importance of continuous learning, challenging assumptions, and embracing new ideas. Section 7. Practical Applications, bringing it all together. How can we apply these lessons in our daily lives? Sharpen your saw, invest in your personal and professional development, never stop learning and growing. Adopt an infinite mindset, focus on the long game and build strong foundations for lasting success. Go after what you want. Don't be afraid to take risks and put yourself out there. Take care of each other, build strong relationships and support your team. Listen and empathize. Seek to understand different perspectives and empower others. Never stop learning. Challenge assumptions, embrace new ideas, and continuously improve. Section 8. The Ripple Effect. Your actions matter. Every action, no matter how small, creates a ripple effect. When you choose to be positive, supportive, and growth-oriented, you inspire those around you to do the same. Imagine the positive impact we could have if we all embrace these principles. Section 9. A Call to Action. Embrace the challenge. The world needs more people who are willing to sharpen their saws, play the infinite game, and take care of each other. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge worth embracing. Let's commit to making a positive difference in the world, one action at a time. The buck stops here. Leadership and accountability. Leadership isn't about wielding power, it's about taking responsibility. It's about acknowledging mistakes, learning from them, and ensuring they don't happen again. Accountability starts at the top. When leaders hold themselves accountable, it sets the tone for the entire organization. Think about the historical example of Dr. Ignaz Semmelweis. In the 1840s, he discovered that hand-washing by doctors drastically reduced mortality rates in maternity wards. This simple act of accountability, of taking responsibility for hygiene, saved countless lives. Sadly, his findings were initially rejected. People didn't want to believe they were part of the problem. This resistance to accountability had tragic consequences. The lesson is clear. Acknowledging our shortcomings and taking steps to correct them is crucial, especially for those in leadership positions. It's about putting people first, even when it's difficult. A tale of two hotels when leaders truly care. Let me share a personal story. I once stayed at two contrasting hotels in Las Vegas: Caesars Palace and the Four Seasons. At Caesars, the experience felt transactional, impersonal. The Four Seasons was different. There, I encountered genuine care. A staff member noticed my frustration with a malfunctioning phone charger. Not only did he replace it immediately, but he also followed up later to ensure everything was working perfectly. This wasn't just good service, it was a culture of caring, instilled by leadership. When leaders prioritize their employees' well-being, it translates into exceptional customer experiences. Employees who feel valued and respected will go above and beyond for their customers. This distinction between a transactional and a human-centric approach is what separates average workplaces from truly great ones. Humility in action, lessons from the top. Humility is a key leadership trait. It's not about diminishing yourself, it's about elevating others. A former Undersecretary of Defense once told me about a powerful leadership lesson. During a visit to a military base, he noticed a young man cleaning the floors. He stopped to thank the young man for his service. The young man replied, "Sir, thank you for your service." The undersecretary was taken aback. He realized that in the young man's eyes, they were both serving their country. This experience taught him the importance of recognizing everyone's contributions, regardless of rank or position. True leaders don't seek accolades, they seek to empower others. They understand that a leader is only as good as their team. Leading with empathy, inspiring future generations. The younger generations entering the workforce today crave purpose and meaning in their work. They want to feel valued and appreciated. Leaders who demonstrate empathy and understanding will attract and retain top talent. When we lead with empathy, we create a ripple effect. Our actions inspire those around us to do the same. We cultivate a culture of compassion, where everyone feels seen and heard. Loving your job shouldn't be a privilege, it should be a right. It's time to create workplaces where people feel inspired, motivated, and empowered to do their best work. By embracing accountability, leading with care, and fostering empathy, we can build a better future for ourselves